This video is going to be all about why I decided to hire an Ironman / triathlon coach / endurance coach. Now, I'm someone who's very much a DIY person. I feel like I have the ability to do the research and figure things out, but I'm also very much aware when I'm so fish out of water that I need help. There's something called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect occurs when a person's lack of knowledge and skills in certain areas cause them to overestimate their own competence. Now, I'm well aware, I believe, of when I'm crossing that line. That's why there's certain topics I stay away from on this channel. I don't talk about nutrition in depth, specific to people, specific to different ailments, and I try to stay in my lane. I'm very good at research, but I need help sometimes. This is something in my younger years that I wasn't going to do, or I just didn't have the means. But there's something with spending money to get a return back on my time and be more efficient with what I want to do. So it's not even just about specifically triathlon training, Ironman training. It's about anything. And so far this year, it's helped out tremendously. Like if you look back at my series about getting the running analysis, hiring a running coach for a couple lessons, it was worth every penny because now I have the skill sets that I learned in those lessons to take with me for the rest of my life. I hired a swim coach for a period of time, got better and more efficient. Like I couldn't swim 25 yards and now I'm swimming 500 meters and I'm swimming over a mile during a workout, and it's only been about 5 weeks since I started. So the ball got rolling on, okay, what else can a coach help you with? And it is a daunting thing to see what that monthly bill is going to be, but we're going to talk about more of the rationalization of why I landed where I land. So one thing I do on this channel when I'm evaluating products or just anything that requires you to spend money is to understand what is the return on my investment. I don't think enough channels do that. Like they give you what the product is, what the underlying tech is, but not enough of the why you would buy that certain product. And I think it's important. I think it is very, very important because not enough people think of money in terms of the correlation to the time spent earning it. For example, if you want to buy a $100 pair of shoes and you make $10 an hour, that's probably going to be 14, 15 hours of your life when I'm factoring in the taxes and everything else that's removed from your paycheck. So if you're making $50 an hour, then it's going to be 2.5 hours of your life. And then the evaluation of the return becomes a little different. And that's something that I always think about when I'm spending any hard-earned money, because every single dollar is important to me. So if I'm going to spend any money, it's got to do something. It's got to give me back time. It's got to reduce stress in my life. It's got to make certain aspects of my life easier or add value into my life. Psychology of money. I always tell people that if you breathe oxygen, you should read this book. So that's everybody watching this video and everybody I encounter in the entire world. And if animals could read, I would want them to also read this book. One of the best aspects of this book is understanding that when you spend money, it needs to be for yourself. And I mean, of course, you could talk about your immediate family as well, or, you know, any sort of close friends within that certain group. But understand that when you spend money, other people don't care what you're spending it on. So superficial things, like I lived in Miami and it's incredibly rampant of people buying certain things, jewelry, watches, luxury cars, for the fact that they think other people see them and it uplifts their status. Guess what? Nobody cares. Everybody's enveloped in their own little world. So again, when you spend money, it's got to be factored in to your own unique things that you're pursuing. Just like for me, Ironman training, triathlon training, it is 100% just for me. And I need to evaluate it in that sense, not what other people care or think about as I'm doing the training. So now back to hiring the coach thing. What I have seen in the first 2 weeks of having a coach specific to Ironman, to triathlon training, to someone who's well experienced from a whole coaching team here in Austin, Texas, that does this year in, year out for an extended period of time with this collective knowledge, has accelerated anything that I'd be able to do that would take me, God, I don't know, years and years. So all of that kind of DIY, making mistakes and not doing it correctly has been condensed into just 2 weeks of just accelerated, improved performance. And of all the reasons why I would spend money is that return on time and being less stressful, because all of this program that I'm doing is specific to me, is relieving stress on me. So I had friends in town and I couldn't train certain aspects, or there's certain days that I just couldn't train at all. And in my head, if I was doing it myself, I wouldn't know if it's really regressing my performance and my advancement in performance. And instead, talking to the coach, walking through it, understanding what I should and shouldn't be doing, just big weight off the shoulders. So when I'm doing something as intense as training for an Ironman, it just relieved a lot of weight off my shoulders and just takes a lot of pressure off. And again, it's that stress. And what would I pay for that? It's almost like I'm paying tuition. It feels like I'm in school and learning this whole new world of athletics and performance in the triathlon realm. So yes, that's more money going into my knowledge base. And how much is that worth? How much do I spend when I'm reading books? How much did I spend in law school just to get that kind of knowledge? And all of these factors factored in for me to finally just be like, hey, I need a coach, I need help. And for someone who was raised like myself, asking for help isn't always the easiest thing. So this video, just a short one, but I found it interesting, kind of the ups and downs, the back and forth, the pros and cons that I went through on deciding, do I want a coach? And I got to tell you, after just 2 weeks of training, it just so worth it, even to the fact that I have the Capital Text Try next week, and I got a checklist. I got here, go there, do this, do that, taper, all of this stuff leading up to it that I would just be going out of my mind to figure out. So for people that are looking and just deciding, hey, should I spend money on this certain coach for any whatever reason, this is what this video is, kind of a different kind of review video. Hope you enjoyed it.